Bond, December 12, 2025. Indiana stands at the center of a national political storm. What was once a routine process has erupted into a high-stakes confrontation, drawing the eyes of the country to the Hoosier state. The air in Indianapolis is thick with anticipation, as lawmakers, activists, and citizens brace for a decision that could ripple far beyond state lines. The state Senate is set to vote on a rare, mid-decade redistricting plan, breaking with the tradition of drawing maps only after the U.S. Census every 10 years. This unscheduled maneuver has upended expectations, catching many by surprise and igniting fierce debate about the integrity of the process. This move, driven by a national Republican strategy, aims to lock in political advantage before the 2026 midterms. Party leaders see Indiana as a crucial battleground, a place where they can solidify their grip on power and send a message to other states considering similar tactics. The outcome could set a precedent, encouraging other states to redraw maps whenever power shifts, deepening partisan divides. Critics warn that this could erode public trust in elections, making the rules of the game seem ever-changing and subject to the whims of those in power. At stake, whether Indiana's Republican supermajority will push through a map designed to wipe out Democratic opposition. For Democrats, the stakes are existential. For Republicans, it's a chance to cement dominance for a generation. The debate has split the GOP, pragmatists versus ideologues, state priorities versus national ambitions. Some lawmakers worry about backlash from voters, while others see an opportunity to reshape Indiana's political landscape for decades. This is more than a local fight. It's a test case for control of the U.S. House of Representatives. The outcome here could tip the balance of power in Washington, influencing national policy on everything from healthcare to education. Former President Trump's direct involvement has turned the process into a loyalty test for Republican officials. His endorsement, or condemnation, could make or break political careers, adding another layer of drama to an already volatile situation. The pressure is intense, with conservative groups and national figures demanding a map that could give Republicans a 9-0 sweep of Indiana's congressional seats. Activists on both sides have mobilized, flooding the Capitol with calls, emails, and protests, determined to sway the outcome. This battle is about more than lines on a map. It's a clash over the rules of political engagement and the future of representative democracy. The decisions made here will shape not just who represents Indiana, but how Americans understand fairness and competition in their elections. The nation is watching, as Indiana's decision could usher in an era of perpetual redistricting and reshape American politics. As the vote approaches, uncertainty reigns, and the consequences will be felt far beyond the state's borders. The proposed map is a masterclass in partisan gerrymandering, meticulously crafted to maximize Republican power while minimizing Democratic influence. It's a striking example of how redistricting can be used as a political weapon, rather than a tool for fair representation. Indiana's current split, 7 Republicans, 2 Democrats, would be erased, replaced by a map that all but guarantees a Republican sweep in every congressional race. The new lines would dismantle the districts of Democratic representatives Frank Mervyn and Andre Carson, making it nearly impossible for Democrats to win any of the state's 9 seats. The changes are so dramatic that even long-standing political observers are stunned by their boldness. Mr. Vaughn's urban base, centered in the diverse and industrial Northwest, would be cracked and packed into sprawling Republican districts, diluting the voices of working-class and minority voters who have long shaped the region's politics. Carson's Indianapolis district, the state's only majority-minority seat, would be diluted with rural conservative areas, effectively erasing a crucial hub of Black and Latino political power and representation. Proponents claim the map is more compact, arguing that it creates cleaner lines and simpler districts, and insisting that the changes are about efficiency, not partisanship. But critics say it's a blatant power grab, designed to silence opposition and entrench one-party rule for the next decade. They warn that the new map undermines the very foundation of representative democracy in Indiana. The plan narrowly passed the House, with a dozen Republicans joining Democrats in opposition, evidence of deep unease even within the GOP. The debate was heated, with lawmakers on both sides voicing concerns about fairness and the future of Indiana's democracy. This is part of a national Republican strategy to build a firewall in the U.S. House ahead of tough midterms, as similar efforts play out in other battleground states across the country. The risk, accusations of anti-democratic tactics in exchange for 2 more guaranteed seats in Congress, raises urgent questions about the future of fair elections, not just in Indiana, but nationwide. The redistricting push has fractured Indiana's Republican Party, the main divide, Trump-aligned nationalists versus traditional, state-focused conservatives. Senate President pro tempore Roderick Bray initially resisted, citing concerns over norms and party unity. A recent proxy vote revealed a split. 19 Republicans opposed, despite a supermajority. Dissenters fear backlash, legal challenges, and the dangerous precedent of mid-decade redistricting. But relentless national pressure forced Bray to bring the bill to a vote, shifting from gatekeeper to reluctant facilitator. The division is clear. Some Republicans reject aggressive, norm-breaking tactics, clinging to procedural regularity. The fight isn't just Democrats versus Republicans, it's a battle for the soul of the GOP. Indiana's showdown will define which vision of the party prevails. Donald Trump is the driving force behind Indiana's redistricting drama. He's made the vote a personal loyalty test, publicly attacking Senate Leader Roderick Bray and threatening primary challenges for any Republican who defies him. Trump's social media broadsides and direct calls have turned a state issue into a national spectacle. For GOP senators, the choice is stark: support the map or risk Trump's wrath and political survival. The legislative process has been upended, debate replaced by intimidation. Trump's gambit: fear of a primary challenge outweighs concerns about precedent or public backlash. The outcome will reveal just how much control Trump still wields over the party. Trump isn't alone. National Republicans and conservative groups have launched a coordinated pressure campaign. Vice President J.D. Vance and House Speaker Mike Johnson have lobbied Indiana lawmakers, framing the map as a top GOP priority. Advocacy groups like Club for Growth Action and Turning Point Action have poured money into ads and rallies, threatening primary challenges for dissenters. The message is clear: deliver 2 more Republican seats or face political consequences. Lawmakers are squeezed from all sides by party leaders, activists, and well-funded outside groups. The pressure is relentless, ensuring the redistricting message dominates Indiana's political landscape. This is no longer a state issue. It's a national test of party discipline. The stakes: the future balance of power in Congress. Democrats are fighting back, launching their own redistricting offensive. California leads the way. Voters passed Proposition 50, suspending the independent commission and giving the legislature power to redraw maps. Governor Gavin Newsom and Democrats aim to flip up to 5 Republican seats, offsetting GOP gains elsewhere. Their justification: they can't unilaterally disarm, while Republicans redraw maps in states like Indiana and Texas. Other blue states, Illinois, Maryland, Virginia, are considering similar moves. The era of independent commissions is fading, replaced by open partisan warfare. California's aggressive response signals a new phase in the redistricting wars. The battle lines are drawn, and both parties are all in. Indiana's fight is just one front in a nationwide redistricting war that's reshaping the political landscape. Across the country, states are locked in fierce battles over who gets to draw the lines that decide political power for the next decade. Republicans have already pushed through new maps in Texas, North Carolina, Missouri, and Ohio, using their legislative majorities to maximize their advantage in the U.S. House of Representatives. These new maps often favor the GOP, sometimes by splitting communities or consolidating power in key districts, and have sparked outrage from Democrats and voting rights advocates. Meanwhile, states like Florida and Kansas are watching Indiana closely, considering whether to launch their own mid-decade redraws. Lawmakers in these states are weighing the risks and rewards, knowing that a successful effort in Indiana could set a powerful precedent for others to follow. But the GOP faces significant obstacles. Courts have blocked some of their maps, ruling them unconstitutional or unfair, and citizen referendums have challenged others, forcing lawmakers to defend their decisions in the public arena. Legal battles and grassroots activism are shaping the outcome in real time. In Utah, a judge intervened and replaced a GOP-drawn map with a more competitive one, showing that the courts can play a decisive role in these fights. And in Missouri, voters themselves will decide the fate of a new map at the ballot box, highlighting the power of direct democracy in shaping political boundaries. Democrats aren't sitting back. They're countering with aggressive moves of their own in California and other blue states, redrawing lines to protect their incumbents and expand their influence wherever possible. The result is a chaotic, state-by-state scramble for every possible seat, with both parties using every tool at their disposal, legal, political, and grassroots, to gain the upper hand. The Indiana vote is a key domino in this high-stakes game. If the effort succeeds, it could spark a wave of copycat redistricting battles across the country. But if it fails, it might slow the trend and give pause to lawmakers elsewhere. The rules of redistricting are being rewritten in real time, with each court ruling, legislative vote, and citizen action, adding new twists to the story. The stakes couldn't be higher. Control of Congress, the direction of public policy, and the future of American democracy itself all hang in the balance as these battles play out across the nation. Indiana's redistricting battle has national consequences. 2 more GOP seats could tip the balance in the closely divided U.S. House. The fight is also a test of Trump's grip on the Republican Party. Victory would cement his dominance, defeat would signal cracks in his control. If, mid-decade, partisan redistricting becomes the norm, maps could change every time power shifts, fueling instability and cynicism. The principle of fair representation is at risk, as safe seats breed polarization and erode compromise. Indiana's showdown has already triggered Democratic retaliation in California, escalating the cycle. The outcome will set the tone for future redistricting battles nationwide. The nation's political future hangs in the balance. As the Indiana Senate prepares to vote, the nation holds its breath. The outcome will shape not just Indiana's map, but the national political landscape. If the bill passes, it's a triumph for Trump and the GOP, likely inspiring similar moves in other states. If it fails, it's a rare defeat for Trump and a win for traditional Republicans, potentially slowing the rush toward perpetual redistricting. Either way, the battle has exposed deep GOP divisions and the raw power struggles defining modern politics. The road ahead is uncertain. A yes vote means more legal fights and partisan escalation. A no vote means internal party warfare. Indiana's political earthquake will send aftershocks across the country. The fight for fair representation is far from over. The nation is watching, and the stakes couldn't be higher.